Yeah. My son texted me on the phone. He said, Dad, you got to do that G Herbo one legit. I know you'll go beast on there. I texted him back. I said, I got you. Look, yeah, every day some new shit. Beefing with a bitch because I fucked another bitch. Come on, do dirt on my name. He tried to fuck but never hit. Niggas pillow talking, got these suckers on my dick. Yeah. My son texted me on the phone. He said, Dad, you got to do that G Herbo one legit. I know you'll go beast on there. I texted him back. I said, I got you. Look, yeah, every day some new shit. Beefing with a bitch because I fucked another bitch. Come on, do dirt on my name. He tried to fuck but never hit. Niggas pillow talking, got these suckers on my dick. Shout out to my shooter, been 3 summers, he ain't missed. Pulled up in the Uber with something that'll make him lift. Free my nigga top before he left, he had me lit. The feds snatched him up right after that. I went legit. I did. Ride back from with damn near half a brick. Took my whole re-up, then I spent it on my wrist. Rolling. Ended up with Cabo, but I started out with Rick. Finally made it out. They was hoping that I quit. Get the get well cars. I know you niggas sick. They know Fat Boy put it on. You gotta check the fit. Couple dollars for the kicks. Mike don't Prada with the strip. Know the Glock is on the hip. When they speak, they say that boy that's from the rock be on some shit. He is. $1 million worth of game. I give it like Wallow. Never drink the game. My fam goons like Rollo. Trying to talk to him, but they be shooting like Chicago. Diamonds dancing like them amateurs at the Apollo. They be hating on me from the hood. I'm out in Cabo with a baddie with some brown skin like Foncho. In the villa fucking to the morning like Alonzo. Used to sell like Pablo. Wholesale, Costco. Fuck, I look like beefing on the net. Ain't no gangster shit. Soon as you can smoke, they pick me up because they trace the shit. My man lost his mind. He smoked the blunt and they laced the shit. 10 butters, leave the strings hanging. Never laced the shit. Leak brought the 580. Jake the 850. My nigga, they can never starve if you heard they ate with me. Still the same niggas round, ain't nothing changed with me. Loyal to the soil, you since a baby stayed with me. And that pussy doing wrestling moves. I gotta tap it. Get the first nut, I relax, then I go back in. Before I walk up in the club, white collect the back end. Tweet just came home, I'm trying to tell him not to go back in. Facts about me in my hood, niggas know what's happening. And the shit I'm rapping ain't no myth, it ain't no capping. Bitches supposed to pick and put my lines in as they capture. Get the bag and split it with my team like a fraction. They mad I never quit, that's why I'm back up on my shit. Time to deal and put the back down, thank God I went legit, nigga.
Yo, shout out to King Streets, y'all. Shout out to King Streets. Shout out to all the true supporters and people that be holding me down. Cold-blooded facts. Cold-blooded facts. I figured it out. You know, I've been doing some YouTube surfing, paying attention to what's going on. And shout out to everybody. I mean, everybody that was like, nah, Dice, keep doing the content. Don't quit because, yo, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen it all. So you know what? So all the haters, the cock eaters, the imitators, the people that want to be me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy I'm me. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's all I can really say. I can't really go into it no more deeper, but yo, I paid attention. And shout out, I spoke to Zeke Blacks, Godfather. Like I said, and everybody that was hoping that my health was okay. Because y'all, let me explain something to y'all. It's so crazy. The people were so terrified. And you know what? I didn't recognize the shit. Let me explain something to you. All jokes aside, this word to Utica Avenue. I never recognized that I am so much of a threat on YouTube. Why am I a threat on YouTube? Now, that's the question. I can't figure that one out. Maybe somebody can tell me. Now, that one, I cannot figure out. Why am I a threat on YouTube? Some of these people on YouTube, I don't even know. Because I'm going to keep it funky with you, y'all. I don't even be watching these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch these people because now they clicking up, y'all. They trying to get together because channels separately are dead. I'm going to say it again. They are clicking up because their channels are slowly but surely just dying. You know, like a rose that hasn't had any water. You know, like a rose that hasn't had any water, just been left outside unattended with no type of water, no type of care. You know, that rose will just shrivel up. That rose will shrivel up, y'all, and just fade away. And that's what I'm seeing. People are really worried. They really worried about the chat. Shout out to my man Stone. I watched his show earlier. And me and him was talking about something. And he was trying to get me to pull up on his show, but something was messed up with his StreamYard. It wasn't going in right. He was trying to get me to talk about the conversation pertaining to Malcolm Jamal Warner. And y'all know how I feel about that. I named this sector that I'm a part of the Malcolm Jamal Warner sector. I'm not dirty sector and I'm not dark sector. Even though people want to keep putting me in that category, I'm not. So the people that's in the dirty sector or the dark sector, y'all should not even really be worried about me, because I will say this: the dirty sector and the dark sector has its own genre of people. Some people like drama, some people like people that insult you, some people like to hear people screaming. And I'm not with none of that. So I noticed that there are groups and groups that are now trying to formulate and get together and stream together and want people to watch them together. But it still all adds up to a big pile of horseshit. It still has no concept, no content. It seems like a bunch of spoiled kids in special ed. And shout out to all my people in special ed. Shout out to all my people in special ed. I'm not shooting at my people in special ed. I'm just telling you how. Remember back in the days, how you walk by? Don't you know that? Remember back in the days, y'all, when you would walk by the class that they said it was the children with special needs, how we would always just stop and look into the classroom? Do y'all remember that? Like do y'all remember that? Like, let's take a little back. Do you remember when we used to go by the classes that was considered as special ed? It might be no more than 4 kids in, maybe 5, sometimes 2 kids, 3 kids. And you might see a child sitting up in there with a football helmet on, holding a basketball, or it might have a basketball and a pair of hockey skates on, because this is the only way that these people could stay comfortable. They cannot be comfortable on their own, or they couldn't just act normal in classrooms without being disruptive. See, that's all special ed was. Some people that were just hyperactive, and because of their hyperactiveness, schools have decided to put them in certain classrooms with children with the same hyperactiveness. It doesn't mean that no one is better or less. So let's get this straight, because some people be like, oh, the special kids. No, the special ed children was nothing wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they were more hyperactive. They were more, how can I say it? They were more free. They were more free, because I never forget when I was in IS 390, rest in peace to Dr. Spradley. There was a teacher, a guidance counselor by the name of Mr. Long. I don't know if he's still living or not, but he was in charge of one of the special ed classes. And I always went to his class. You know why? Because I was interested in what was going on in these classrooms. Because one of them, my cousin Jimmy, was in the class anyway. And I don't know why they had my cousin in that class, even though I know he was a little hyperactive. But my cousin was very, very intelligent. But when he got upset, y'all, he was something to be watched. He was something to be watched. And I seen something today. I seen something last night. I'm not going to front. I seen after I went live, there were a group of individuals that was live. You know, it was a group of individuals that was live. And I'm not even talking about the individuals that was live. I'm talking about the individuals that were live chat. That's making sense? Okay, cool. What I'm saying is there was a person live last night, if that's what y'all want to call him. He was a content creator. He was live last night, right? And all jokes aside, the people in the chat, I can't make this shit up, y'all. I had to do this. I had to. The people in the chat, yo, I can't make this shit up, y'all. The people in the chat, I should have screenshotted it and put it up, but you know, I was so flattered and flabbergasted at the same time because I said, what the fuck? The people in the chat, y'all, was arguing. They said, why did Dice come out of retirement? I thought he was retiring. Why did he come back? Yo, all jokes aside, I was so flattered. I was flattered by one of the people. And then I was insulted by one of the other people. I was flattered by one of the people because he's just a fucking troll that runs around just spending money to be on people's platforms. You might see him in platforms. He said, yo, I'll give you $50 in your super chat, or I'll give you $50 on your Cash App, or I'll give you $50 on your Cash App, or I'll give you $100 in your Cash App if you let me sit on your platform. The dude is actually blocked out of my chat. Check this. Matter of fact, excuse me, y'all. Do me a favor. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, put the dice cubes up if I can shout everybody out. I'm getting into the conversation without even acknowledging the people that's here. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all can hear me, just give me some dice cubes. I'm going to shout everybody out that's in here. You dig what I'm saying? The people that decided to type. And shout out to some of the people that's blocked, because I promise you, y'all niggas will never be unblocked. My man Doom TV is in the building, man. Hampton Doom is in the building. He said, yo, I can hear you, beloved, crystal clear. Miss L'Oreal said crystal clear. My nigga E, I got to fuck with my nigga E. He put up the blue dice cubes. You dig it? And my nigga City Bama said, yo, you popping dice. I can hear you. So let's get to the top. The first one is my sister, Go Ahead Forehead, Danny Lux. She's in the building. Go Ahead Forehead, Danny Lux is in the building. Can you dig it? Can y'all dig it? Can y'all dig it? Second is my man GP. He's in the building. He's in the building. You understand what I'm saying to you? He's in the building. He's in the building. Third is my man, most hated the bronze flat power guard. This is Brooklyn right here. This is childhood family. Shout out to the whole St. Mark's. Long live the great Pop. ABG is in the building. My man, Chief Red Hair, Brown Eyes is in the building. Miss Tanja is in the building. Hey, sis. Appreciate you. My sister Seven is in the building. I see you, sis. City Bama. Day one shit before YouTube is in the building, y'all. It's in the building. My man Big E, he been holding us down. He been popping up in the building. Appreciate your support, beloved. My sister Harley is in the building. And I appreciate you too, E, because let me tell you something. Certain things that be going on in this chat, on this YouTube, like he said, I just can't watch these clowns. And I'm not saying that I agree with you. I'm not saying that I disagree with you. But what I am going to say is I appreciate you for that comment right there, because I'll be thinking it's only me sometimes going crazy because I can't watch these niggas. Harley is here. My sister Annette is here. I mean, I'm going to give some people some time to come in because we're going to do some content tonight. Miss L'Oreal, I see you in the building. We're going to do some content tonight, and we're going to talk about some things that's going on. Yeah, we're going to do some content tonight. And we're going to talk about some things that's going on. I watched the chat yesterday, y'all, right after we got live. Right after we got through from going live. Right after we got through going live, I watched the chat. And inside the chat, I woke up, yo, if I'm lying, man, I never hugged my beautiful mother. The people in the chat were arguing with each other because they said, why am I going live? They said, why is Dice not retired? And then I started thinking to myself, like, people really, I thought I was fucked up. No, I'm all right. I am okay. I thought I was fucked up, y'all. Nah, I'm all right. It's motherfuckers in this world That's fucked up. And the whole ass nigga that be buying time on people platforms. This I'm telling you, y'all, he was over here too. And if anybody was here, he sent me a $50 cash app. $50. And I sent the shit back. And when I sent it back, I told him, ain't nobody over here for sale. Ain't nobody over here is for sale. Thank you, Seven. I appreciate you, yo, for real. Like, this is why y'all don't understand. Like, it's not the people that support me that I was paying attention to. And that's fucked up. I'm more paying attention to the people that's against me. You see, that's just because I'm a product of my environment. We didn't really watch the people that supported us in the street, but we watched the people that was against us in the street. And a little bit of that hard knock life and product of environment where I come from is the reason why I'm the way I am. But you know what? Last night, I watched people arguing in a chat about me. Now, I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. I blocked a couple of people out my chat. I even blocked 2 people that pay memberships. See, I'm going to be real with y'all. Me, I'm not for sale. And just like when I was in the street on this corner right here, when certain people would walk up talking about what they needed or what they, yo, y'all got any, yo, y'all got any, yo, I would walk away because all money ain't good money. Starting September the 1st, I'm going members only. That's no shot at nobody that supports me. But we're going to have to differentiate the people that's crazy and the people that's really on the same A alike. East New York, I see you, sis. Like I said, when we finished our live last night, I watched people argue in the chat like, why did he come back? People I've never been around in my life, people I'd never be around in my life. Yo, let me explain something to you, y'all. It's people that I would never, ever deal with in real life that's worried about me. You know what I'm saying? Annette said, yo, why you up so early, Dice? Because it's been a long time since I went live at the God Hour, which is 7 o'clock. I wanted to go 7 on the dot, but y'all know, parting my lateness sometimes. Don't kill me for not having tardiness. But the reason why I'm going to start trying to go live at 7 p.m. because it's a complete number with God. Club Fortune, I see you. It's like I got to get back. Because all of the great people that support me, I've always acknowledged y'all, and I deeply appreciate y'all. But I was so fixated on the haters. And that shit was driving me crazy. I am so, yo, shout out to my nigga Doom that's in the building, y'all. Yo, I'm telling you, God works in mysterious ways. That's a fact. He said he was 75. I'm 72. I'll be 53 September the 10th. It's a different era, bro. Mr. I think for myself. I appreciate you too, beloved. My man, yo, check this out. Y'all may look at Doom like he crazy. You may look at him like, hold up. He might be weird because he has an MF Doom on his face because he don't show his face. But I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. I'm honored to even know a person like that is holding me down spiritually. Hey, Miss Holly. And it's such a small world because check this out. I told y'all a story. 1991 Labor Day. No, 1991 Memorial Day. My mother, may she rest in peace. She didn't want to leave me in the neighborhood. I never forget, my father just bought the 1991 Dynasty. He had a burgundy Dynasty. It was a Chrysler. My pops had the brand new 1991 four-door sedan Dynasty. I don't know if y'all remember that car, the Dynasty. And my mother said, why don't you come with me and your father to Coney Island? I'm like, Ma, I ain't going to no fucking Coney Island with you. This is a true story, y'all. My childhood friend, may he rest in peace, sent Doom to me. My childhood friend, one of my young boys that was a couple of years under me, that ran with me and my whole crew on Park Place, came to be Mr. Doom's best friend. Now, you know why I know he's not lying, y'all? Because he asked me something today in his chat, and he don't even know that shit brought tears out my eyes. He said, yo, Dice, let me ask you something. He said, yo, beloved, you know about one of the biggest families in Brooklyn called the DeBerrys? Y'all remember when I told y'all about this? 1991, Memorial Day, my mother's trying to get me to go to Coney Island with her. I want to stay behind in the hood. My block, this block right here, Park Place, PPC, we going to war with Weeksville Projects. It all started over a dude named James fighting a dude named Peanut, and James pulled the razor out and he cut Peanut from the back of his neck damn near down to his ass. And that started the big war between Weeksville Projects and Park Place crew. This particular Memorial Day, my mother didn't want me to stay in the hood. And she told me, she said, Joe, if you come with me to Coney Island, I'll never forget this, I'll buy you an order of frog legs. Yeah, frog legs. Yeah, frog legs. And when she said that shit, I just jumped into my pop's car. I'll never forget this night, y'all. We in Coney Island, we having a good time. I'm not worried about Park Place. When we get back to Utica Avenue, my father parked the car, and I happened to walk up to Park Place, and when I made the right here around the corner from this store right here, when I made the right, I was greeted by so many police. So many police, y'all. And it was an ambulance car. And I see my man Jermaine, Howard Roebuck, crying. I'm like, what's wrong, boy? He said, yo, they just shot Darnell in his head. Now, my nigga Darnell is from Smurf Village Projects. And him and his brothers, they had a distinctive look about them. They had red hair and they had freckles. His name was Darnell DeBerry. When Doom said that shit today, I'm telling y'all, it was God telling me that's who sent him to me. I'm telling y'all this. When a man said that shit to me today, it put goosebumps on my arms. Because Darnell happened to be on Park Place that night, and niggas from Weeksville, they ambushed Park Place. A dude by the name of Rick, he went to jail for the crime. He had a 357. And when he came through Park Place shooting, boom, 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 he was shooting at my man James. So James ran in the building, and when James ran in the building, he didn't know that Darnell was behind him and closed the door. So when he slammed the door, one of the bullets hit my man Darnell in the back of his head, and the impact of the gun pushed him through the door. And that's the night he lost his life. And when he said that name today, it fucked me up, y'all. It just, hold on, let me put Egypt up. My man Doom said, that's what I heard. You want to hear something, Doom? I went to IS 390 and I was kicked out for the last 6 months. And I went to motherfucking IS 210 and graduated. I tell anybody that. I went to IS 210 and graduated. Went to Boys and Girls High School. I got kicked out. I'm the one that broke Mr. Jackson's nose. And they sent me to redirection in the style. Redirection, see my transcript? They said, hell no. So they wanted to send me downtown to a school called Pacific, right next to the courthouse. Pacific said, hell no. The only school that accepted me, and if I'd have never went to this school, I'd have never met Biggie Smalls. He'd have never been my man. Vanguard on Fulton. Anybody know about Vanguard on Fulton? So every time I go through certain stuff, y'all, because I go through some shit mentally, spiritually within myself, because I don't like really putting my problems or burdens on people. I'm not one of them people. It's like the Most High will give me the best insurance, like I got you. Simple and plain. See, people, they overlook signs. I don't. People overlook. They like, how did I go through something on YouTube and a man that come hold us down periodically the next morning do a live on some Dice? Like literally sound like some Brooklyn shit. Like I heard like he was saying, yo, check this out. Nigga, you're not leaving YouTube, boy. He said you one of the OGs that need to be up here. It didn't sound like some Brooklyn shit from one of my mans. Like, yo, I wish you would, son. I wish you would quit, nigga. You gonna have to fight me if we gonna quit. It's like he didn't say it, but his energy was so powerful. I'm sitting listening to this man. I'm like hearing him say, yo, boy, you quit. We gotta fight. Yo, Super, I see you. And that right there, Angel, I see you, sis. That right there let me know, and maybe somebody in here needs to hear this. When you think that you're not appreciated, you are. My nigga keep a cold one. Just like the Dread L Compa, he keep a cold one, smoke his spliff, talk his shit, and whatever he feel as though he gonna say. Bars, like he said. And that's the type of shit I need around me. That's a fact. Thank you, 27. She said, I prayed over that decision because you know what? I want to give y'all demand. I'm tired of Dice. I am cool with demand. Dice, he's impulsive. He's angry. See, Dice was like the alter ego that was created when Damon didn't want to fight. I tell everybody this shit. Dice was born. He was born when I whipped this dude out named Francisco on Park Place. Never forget it. Coming from IS 390, I just got tired. They used to just fuck with me. And he was with all his friends. And I whipped him. And everybody watched me whip him. And the next day in school, a star was born. Cynical, I see you. Angie, baby. It's fucked up. But sometimes you got to go through something to see the truth. Because I'm telling you, I was done with YouTube. You know why? Because I'm having dreams of unaliving people. I had a dream that was so real. I killed 2 people off YouTube and I was in jail. In my dream, I'm bidding. Yo, I can't make this shit up, y'all. And I woke up like, oh, shit. But when we got through going live last night, shout out to everybody that pulled up last night. Danny Lux, Angie, East New York, my nigga Liddy, Harley. That energy, that love, I needed that shit around me so much. It's like I just felt arms around me, hugging me. And then somebody hit me and was like, yo, Dice, these niggas still talking about you. And I started laughing. For the first time, I didn't get no mistake. Yo, my right hand to God, y'all. I just started laughing like, oh, shit. Because when I heard them, or I read in the chat, that they were saying, why is Dice here? Why won't he stop? I said, oh, man. Like, usually I get upset. Like, check this out. We got one. They already clapped you. They already clapped you, but I can see it. Like, check this out. We got to get him. We got to get him, y'all. Can we get him together? He said, yo, Big Dice. Well, at least you respected my name to say Big Dice. He said, shut up. And since you are DJ Khaled in your mind, and you see, this is the type of shit we dealing with. I'm not going to come up here saying I'm Mike Tyson. I'm not going to come up here saying I'm Snoop Dogg. I'm not going to come up here saying I'm Denzel Washington or Morgan Freeman. This person right here, this YouTuber, is infatuated with DJ Khaled. And if y'all don't remember or not, DJ Khaled was in Puff's mansion brushing his teeth. Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah. So since DJ Khaled, the real, you said you wanted some spotlight, we gave you some spotlight. I'm not even going to tell you to suck your mother. Nope. I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. But I'm going to tell you to suck your father. Yeah. Don't suck your mother. Leave her alone. But the minute you find your father, I want you to give him top like the porn star that you probably are. Yep. You're a porn star. Yeah, you're a porn star. East New York said, Dice, why I didn't get no notification? I don't know, sis. Because I set it up like 6 o'clock. I set it up. You know what? Everybody in here, hold on now. Y'all do know they do this. Please, y'all, always check y'all bell notifications for anybody that you are subscribed to. I'm telling you, anybody that you are subscribed to, please always check your bell notification. YouTube do it sometime. YouTube got some new shit going on because of the bots. First thing I want to talk about is women, I want you to be careful. I want y'all to be careful. The reason why I want you to be careful, ladies, I'm talking to the women right now. There are, how can I say, females that are trying to portray themselves as women. Because I know by now everybody's heard about the big baddie bartender / vixen that was unalived because they said she is the girlfriend of 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, the rapper, one of the biggest known people that cooperated ever, he knows he has a target on his head. Single-handedly taking down the whole 9 Trey organization from the top to the bottom. Shout out to my man Roland. He home. If y'all know Roland Martin, he home. Shout out to my nigga Ro Murder if y'all know him. They used to call him Ludacris in the hood. I was there when he graduated, when his mother and them bought the white coupes. He had an Acura TL coupe. I'd never forget. And he came from a great family. But you know, some of us come from great families and we're overwhelmed with the dynamics of the street. Well, check this out. They killed this young lady while she was sitting in her Mercedes-Benz truck. They riddled her with bullets. Let me explain something to y'all. It has been confirmed that the reason why she might have been unalive because she wasn't just messing with 6ix9ine. She was messing with some real live stick-up kids. Now, I know y'all seen the show called The Players Club, the movie. Remember Diamonds? And you remember the star, one of the star characters that we never knew was going to be impactful. Y'all remember what his name was? His name was Clarence. I've always told my sisters about these Clarence-ass niggas because it's a lot of Clarence-ass niggas in these chats. Okay, Clarence was the one that she knew she would never deal with in real life. She knew she would never give him the time of day. Look how he dressed. No nerd pad, wild looking glasses, little afro, crazy part. Diamonds knew that she would never entertain somebody like that in real life. Because some women, y'all know what attracts y'all and you know what y'all are going to play with. Now check this out. Since Diamond knew every night that he was good for 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe $50 in lap dances, she would always gravitate there. Well, this young lady that lost her life, it's coming out that she had somewhat of the same personality when it came to men. They said that the men would see her and come to these bars and overly tip her and buy bottles and, you know, make gestures that they wanted to be with her. And then she went out with a couple of these dudes. But ironically, a couple of the dudes that she went with, because y'all know who be in them strip clubs most of the times, if it's not a corporate, it's them drug dealers. It's them niggas getting that bag. Well, a couple of them dudes that she decided to go out with, ironically, was robbed when they were with her. So it's actually getting back to the fact where some of these women, you overexert your beauty. That's a fact, ABG. He said, yo, shorty was lining niggas up. See, some of the, I'm not gonna say women, some of you females, because women and females, two different things. A lot of females think, pop that pussy, get it, girl, shake it now. Doodle Brown. Oh, that nigga's a bitch. I'm gonna get his money. If you listen to the song Nas said, Black Girl Lost, these are the females I'm talking about. Some niggas ain't playing. Some niggas is not playing, y'all. Now check this out. Let's just hypothetically take a walk down memory. Let's take a walk down. Let's go through a little rabbit hole, as they say. Me, I'm dating a young lady. I'm spending a lot of money on her. I'm coming to her bar. I'm checking her out. Me and her go out a couple of times, and then I get robbed. May have a gun thrown up in my face. May have been beat, pistol whipped, or whatever. And then I find out that she is the one that lined me up. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, y'all? Holly said, yo, she was backdooring dudes. You want to hear something funny? When I was in the street, yeah, let's just say I'd have been upset too, and who knows what would have happened. Like ABG said, yo, that's what the streets talk. That's the word on shorty, but rest in peace to her, though, because she still was unalived. But a lot of females today, not women, they think that they have the right to play with people. They are so entitled in their minds. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Now, if dudes is going to retaliate and unalive dudes that robbed them, what you think they're going to do when a woman is involved with a robbery? 6ix9ine is on the internet talking about they killed her because of him. Yeah, that's too easy. That's too fucking easy. Because if they was going to kill her because of him, in my opinion, they would have been done it. They would have been done it. They would have been done it. But it seems more believable that she might have been caught up or found out to be responsible for what the streets are saying, allegedly, for lining up a couple of substantial drug dealers. A couple of substantial drug dealers with some dangerous attitudes. Now check this out. I blame the niggas that get lined up too. Oh yeah, I do. Even though she may have been the person that initially wanted this, I blame you guys too. Club Fortune said, and also they would have gone after some of his other exes if that was the case. That's a fact. See, let me explain something to you, ladies. Some niggas ain't playing. Super said, that's crazy. I wonder if it's the same girl that we all know as his girl. Yeah. The one that all the homies was not, hold on, not his baby mother. And y'all want to hear some funny shit? Shotty never fucked his baby mother. Shotty never fucked 6ix9ine baby mother. And this ain't off no hearsay. I went to school with Shotty. This ain't off no, listen to me. The feds lied. Check this out. The feds lied to Martin Luther King's wife and said, you know your husband's having an affair. The feds lied to Malcolm X's wife and said the same thing. You know your man, your husband is having an affair. And the feds lied to 6ix9ine and said, you know your baby mother is having an affair and fucking your man. Now check this out. Not saying that 6ix9ine has any significance or relevance pertaining to Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, but I'm just going to tell you by circumstance of interest. The feds went at Malcolm X and Martin Luther King's wife because they said if we tell them something like he's cheating, hopefully these women will flip. Hopefully these women will flip and help them build a case on these gentlemen. But see, when they told 6ix9ine, Daniel, that Shotty was fucking his baby mother, they knew he was going to flip. They knew he was going to flip because he was deeply in love with his baby mother. And I feel so bad because I looked that girl in her eyes when she did that live. When she did that little interview, she said, why would I do that to him? I loved him. I wouldn't fuck with anybody, much less his friends. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, ladies, y'all say that shit in the same night you got a cock in your head. Sometimes niggas, oh, I'd never do that. Same night you got some female in the room. But when I looked her in her eyes, and my mother always told me, as fast as a chick will cry, as fast as a bitch will lie. See, it's a difference between a woman crying, trying to get you to be sympathetic because tears that's running down her eyes, as opposed as a woman that's so hurt that tears are coming out of her eyes and she's trying to stop it. See, it's a difference when people start tearing up and wanting it to not be shown. That's eternal pain. When people are acting and people are trying to be sympathetic or people to be empathetic towards them, this is why they put on them screens to make it seem like they are so devastated. Trust me, it's all game. People get upset. My man Doom said, yo, Dice, you should have came from behind the camera. When I did the retirement live, I didn't know I was going to cry. I wasn't crying because of no fucking retirement. Stupid ass motherfuckers. These people are crazy. Yo, let me explain something to you. That same day, I have learned from a friend of mine's in Brooklyn, because we were speaking on the phone, and I happened to bring up El Compa. May he rest in peace. And I said to the person, there's one person I would love to see. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna go into everything I said, y'all, because I don't want you to look at me like I'm one of these young boys on some demon. Well, you know what? I said to the person, this person I would love to see. I would love to take them on a trip, y'all. This is what I said to my friend. And my friend said to me, yo, Dice, I'm gonna tell you the truth, because I want you to get that shit off your heart. Because when he was talking to me about the dread, I just started crying. He said, Dice, get that shit off your heart. He said, that person that you think unalived him, they didn't unalive him. But they were somewhat involved. And then I was told some most heartbreaking news. My man said, yo, Dice, the person that unalived the dread, he in the hood right now. I just saw the nigga. I said, what? He said, yo, Dice, the nigga that did that to the dread, niggas be giving that nigga that. Nigga be smoking weed with niggas. He on the block, XYZ. And I got so enraged because everybody swear they love Compa. And then I thought about a couple of so-called friends on YouTube and how tough they say they are. They so dynamic and powerful when it comes to the crowd. But you niggas is right there with the nigga that did that to them. My man, you ain't. You didn't get a motherfucking spitball and put it in a motherfucking straw and blow it at the nigga. You didn't walk up on a nigga and punch him in his face. You ain't beat the nigga with a bat. You ain't slapped the nigga in the face with a bottle. You ain't knifed the nigga down. You ain't gunned the nigga down. I'm not saying that's what you should do. But that's what killers do. That's what gangsters do. I don't know about these new killers and these new gangsters. When we was coming up, you take one of ours, we're going to take 3 of yours. Yo, it was so different when we came up. Yo, if one of my men is going in the ground, one of y'all peoples is going in the ground the same day. That's how fucked up Brooklyn is. Man, I done seen niggas flipped out of their caskets. But on YouTube, niggas is gangsters. And I said, damn, when it comes to me, people are motherfucking Sylvester Stallone and Rambo. But a nigga that you know took our loved one from us, we don't do nothing to, and something just clicked in my head. I say, yo, Dice, people is crazy. When I seen people in the chat arguing about me going live, like I said, this is the first time I didn't get mad. And you know what? Shout out to Super, because he said that. He said, Dice, don't do that shit. He said, because people gonna think they won. Now this shit is getting me hot. Because I wasn't doing it for people. I was doing it for my safety and my health. But you know what? Last night was the first time I didn't get upset. Y'all dig? And to all the niggas on YouTube that's so worried about me, yo, this video goes out to y'all. Remember y'all heard this first.
Nigga, you's a troll. Let your day ones put their trust in you when you told. You's a bitch ass nigga.
And that's exactly how I feel about the people that upset. Number one, shout out to my man Stone Paxton. The interview was coming right before y'all eyes. And I was at his show today. Shout out to Angie. She popped up. I shared it with a couple of y'all. Yo, I went to this man's show, and I'm talking about, this is the first time I was ever in a chat that was just as loving and as supportful and grown as over here. I can't make this shit up. My nigga don't even do that troll shit. I was in a chat with a group of people that are just really cool with great content, supportive of my man Stone, supportive and appreciative of each other in the chat. So it's not impossible. I'm talking about, I've been in this man chat now for a while. I've never seen a troll. I've never seen nobody disrespect each other. It's just, it's crazy. And I always take my hat off to y'all for that. Yo, China, what up, bro? Straight content, out the hospital. I ain't fuck with these niggas. Yo, China, you know what? One day, man, I'm ready for China to do a motherfucking Clash of the Titans one more time if I could just get one good purge, y'all. Because everybody trying to be you. Yo, when China say Clash of the Titans and he say, yo, hit the motherfucking link, I'm always loving for that. Because China, remember what I told y'all the other day? I said China used to hit me up and be like, yo, boy, you coming to the show? Make sure you be at the show, boy. Make sure you be at the show. Now, see the greatness about China, because he's the mad scientist. You'll never know if your ass getting lined up. China is really a gang member. You know why? You know why? Because China will make sure your ass gonna fight before he make you gang. Yo, China, you know what? We got to give Doom, we got to give him some, you know why we got to give him some credit? Yo, China, we got to give him some credit. You know why? I don't know if you remember Darnell. They got killed right here on this block, China, with the freckles in 91. That's a fact, y'all. You can't see, we all fucked up, but you can't make up certain shit, y'all. You can't make up certain shit. Certain history he know, he ain't supposed to know unless he was really there. And I ain't gonna front, China. When I was saying I was gonna leave, even though China on some, boy, you good? He hit me up on, yo, you good? He in the back, yo, you good? I'm good. But to see certain people come through and just, even if certain people in the eyes of other people are trolls, pay attention to this. Pay attention. For them to speak up for me, that should all come from China now. Like I said, I was on YouTube with St. Laz. But a lot of people over here not even in tune with St. Laz. Shout out to my nigga St. Laz. China's the one that birthed me on YouTube. Hands down. Hands fucking down. And he said it. Sometimes we just need a good old vent-off purge. Sometimes we just need a motherfucking purge where everybody gets to get up and say whatever they say or get their gripes off their chest. And then when we end the live, it's over. The illest Clash of the Titans I think I've saw was the last one that he did with Eve James. She went crazy. She went crazy on Roski. But you know what? It was all fun. It was all fun. But I've learned something. When last night I watched adults upset because I was still on YouTube. These are people I've never been around. Yo, you want to hear some funny shit? I got so many people blocked. And I didn't know that just blocking somebody will give you an enemy in their mind. Not in my mind. If I block you, it's either one or two reasons why I blocked you. You're disrupting the channel or you're disrupting the peace in my mind. Like I said, I just blocked 2 members, y'all. 2 members. 2 members. People that spent money, but I don't want your money. All money ain't good money, y'all. Nigga China said, the YouTube streets is different now, and I don't got time. See, that's what I tried to tell people. When I first came 3 years ago to YouTube, you seen a bunch of content creators doing their thing, going hard. But now there's a bunch of idiotic people from the chats that just know how to work and buy a StreamYard. Trolls are trying to conglomerate and form a troll union. It's getting very dangerous on YouTube. People are coming as other people in chats. Yo, it's fake dice is running around. And that's why I blocked a bunch of niggas. How you got a fake me in your chat? You can't have a fake me in your chat and then come over here and be like, what's up? That's something else I got from China too. You can't be disrespecting me and be in my motherfucking chat. That's my right. You can't do that shit. It's either you fuck with me or you don't fuck with me. We from Brooklyn. I don't give a fuck. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck. That's one thing I love about Brooklyn. It's different. If I don't fuck with you, I'm never fucking with you, y'all. Now, if I got a misunderstanding with you and I got love for you in my heart, I'm just going to be grumpy and we're going to work that shit out one day. But I don't got to fuck with motherfuckers like that. This shit today is crazy. But you know what? I'm so thankful. Like I said, for everyone that was telling me, yo, Dice, chill. Don't break out. Just switch up. Shout out to my man, Mr. I Think For Myself. He said, yo, I don't think you should quit, Dice. I just think you should reset the format. Go at things differently. Because if I would have kept feeding into certain things, something was going to happen. Either something was going to happen to me, something was going to happen to somebody. And I don't want nothing to happen to myself. And I damn sure don't want to have to do nothing to nobody over some YouTube shit. I've really been in real shit. Like I've survived all that war and all that beef in the street. I'm a grown-ass fucking man. I'm 53 years old in a couple of weeks, y'all. I ain't got no motherfucking time to be beefing with niggas. If I just got to stay away from you, I got to stay away from you. And see, I had to unsubscribe because I see why now China don't go to everybody chat. You don't go to people chats, y'all. You don't. And I see why now. Because you can't support everybody. It's fucked up. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. But a lot of people that's not from Brooklyn don't understand that shit. And unfortunately, I've watched YouTube change people's perception and their thoughts. It did it with me. It did it with me because I started looking at everything and everybody like it was all trolls and disrespect. But then when I weeded out everything, China told me, he said, the people you start with is not going to be the people you end up with. The people you start is one person. It's one person. It's two people, excuse me, that's been here from my first live. And they're still around. FTC Vice and City Bama. I used to work with City Bama. That's my word. I used to work with City Bama. But it's two people that was here from day one that's still here through all the levels of Team Guardian. FTC Vice is the longest and active still support system and member of Team Guardian. Angie is the longest member on Team Guardian. That's why I said, starting September the 1st, y'all, if y'all fuck with me, first one is $199 all the way up to $49.99, depending on what you want to do with your budget. $2, $5, $9, $20, $50. Whatever anybody feels as though they want to contribute, come get down with this team. I'm telling you, come get down with this team because the energy over here is going to do nothing but get better. That girl Montana said, glad you got your head in the game. Stop diving your energy into that hurts or harm you. You better than that. Facts, sis. Facts. Because last night was the first time that I saw my name and I didn't get upset. Because I've been praying, like, God, get that spirit off me. Because unfortunately, I'm stubborn. I'm set in my ways. Very set in my fucking ways. And I can be petty. Boy, I can be motherfucking petty. But you know what? It's not going to get us nowhere. It's not going to get us nowhere. And like I said, I'd rather have great people than just a bunch of idiots around me. This is me in real life. Like I said, and I feel so bad because the great people that support me and hold me down, I was so overwhelmed with being upset, I just forgot about y'all. I didn't forget about y'all like I didn't know y'all was there. I was more fixated on the ignorance. Because you know why I was fixated on it? Because I don't want no problems. I really don't want no problems with nobody. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, Ty, I see you in the building. And nigga Super said, you should have put a Terminator caption on it. I'm back. That's why I said welcome back when I put the welcome back Carter sign up. Yo, Dooms, I'm going to fuck with you, Dooms. I'm going to fuck with you. I got to fuck with you. You know why? Whether people think you crazy or not. Because I ain't going to front. When I first seen the motherfucking mask, I said, hold up, my nigga crazy. But nah, like our mothers all said about us, we not crazy. We just misunderstood. Didn't our mothers say that about us? Everybody knows our mother said that, yo, that boy ain't, my baby ain't crazy. My mother said it about me. He just misunderstood. That's all that shit mean. And to the women, y'all some sexy motherfuckers. If ain't nobody never told y'all, y'all are some sexy, beautiful motherfuckers. Inside and out. See, y'all sexy and beautiful from the core of y'all hearts to the outside. You dig? And I noticed That's what people are upset. Yo, you wouldn't believe how people in chats be going, why the fuck do the women be over here with guys? Shit is crazy, y'all. Like, I've seen people arguing about the people in the chat. Like, what the fuck? I've never in my life, I don't know I ain't no hypnotist. I ain't no hypnotist, whatever you call it. I don't know about I don't know how to hypnotize no motherfucking body. And just because I'm not going around somebody, I can't put judgment on nobody that do. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Yo, dog, salute. I really blocked 2 members today. I don't want to see them no more. Because you know what? Some of your best friends could be a troll, ladies and gentlemen. Some of your best friends can be trolls. And see, they make it seem like trolls is fun. Nah. If you ask me, trolls are just people that start trouble. If you ask me, trolls are people that are really angry in their lives. It's so many people that's upset with what's going on in their lives, but they're not grateful for their lives. Don't let that go over your head. There's so many people that's upset because of their lives, but they're not even grateful for their life. And on YouTube, anybody can be whatever they want to be behind an avatar. I've watched people create fake avatars just to excite beef and excite riots. I've heard people say they're going to do this and do that. And they said they'll never know it's me because I'm going to switch up my name. I think that's putting too much time into something, ladies and gentlemen. If a motherfucker don't want to fuck with you, don't let them fuck with you. It's their loss. And always remember, you got the right not to fuck with somebody too. But I went and blocked a lot of more motherfuckers. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Because I just don't want the energy around me. I want everything around me to be calm. And as an adult, that's my right. That's just my right. But I'm just going to go harder now. Because shout out to my nigga Stone. He said he wanted to do a conversation on this with me because he was talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner and so many conspiracy theories pertaining to his death. Because to this day, to this second, I just haven't been talking about it. They're trying to say that his wife might have just been put in his life for his demise. Pay attention. For a person of his importance, people rarely saw his wife. Only a couple of people knew who his wife was. And to this second right now, they said she has been evasive to authorities, family members, and friends, meaning she's been staying away from people. She's not trying to help with investigations because they made it seem like she was with him on that trip. But she was not with him. Now, they tried to make it seem like he left his wife and his daughter in a hotel room and decided to go for a swim. You remember what the news said? Go check it out on my show. Early in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then 2 days later, they switched it to, no, he was swimming at 2:15, 2:30 in the afternoon. They said he was with his daughter swimming. And people that were on the beach rushed and saved his daughter. Then they said his daughter was never there. Then they said he went for a swim with another guy that unfortunately was caught up in the same current twist, and the other guy was found in a rock area. But then they said Malcolm Jamal Warner was found Plymouth on the floor of the sea. Holly said, I believe that we women can be distractions. Men can be distractions too. For example, Papoose and Clarissa Shields. I don't respect that relationship. I don't. Because Clarissa Shields had a long-time boyfriend before she met Papoose. Clarissa Shields was engaged to a man before she left Papoose. Clarissa Shields decided to just ghost the man before she met Papoose. And now that she's with Papoose, I'm going to say it, she just seems like she always wants to be in the spotlight. It seemed like you always see her answering questions or speaking about Remy Ma, because the last one she just put up, she said she had to run up on her hoe. That was her words. I had to run up on that hoe. Now, see, people have to think about certain things. This right here is a disaster in happening, if you ask me. That's just like Sha'Carri, the Olympic gold medalist that was recently arrested for domestic violence or arguing with her boyfriend in the airport. Did y'all know the United States of America just kicked her off the team? You know, they told her she can no longer perform in any more Olympics pertaining to the United States of America. Facts. My man Club said, I've noticed that, but I'm not fond of both Remy and Papoose because of the way they're moving. That's a fact, dog. They kicked her off for domestic violence. The reason why they kicked her off the Olympic team for domestic violence, because people fail to realize when you become a representation of the United States of America, your motherfucking reputation has to be flawless. Flawless. For example, you remember Michael Phelps? You remember Michael Phelps? And they found out that he was smoking marijuana. So what? He was smoking some bud. One of the fastest swimmers ever. It's not what the United States of America said. They said you have to be of perfect standard and character to be in representation of the United States of America. That's why. That goes for white, black, Chinese, goldfish, Ethiopian, reptilian, pig feet. You do something in the eyes of the world, and you're supposed to be the representation of the world, you're out of there. What up, Hazel? I see you, girl. And Clarissa Shields, I'm going to be the first one to say this, y'all. Layla Ali will beat the shit out of her. Yep. You may not agree with me. Layla Ali will beat the shit out of her. Clarissa Shields said, you want $15 million to fight? I got it. But pay attention. When it comes to girls in the street, she said she'll pull her money up. She said, I got $100,000 cash for any chick in the street that feel as though she can fight, whether you're a boxer or not. I'll beat the shit out of you. You got $15 million. Why you didn't want to put $15 million out of your pocket to fight Layla Ali? Because you know it's a chance that woman might beat the blood out you. And you know what she did? She went to investors The investors is the one that brought the check and said, we backing Claressa. Pay attention. The investors with the 15 million decided to back Claressa Shields because they said, we're going to do this in one of the biggest arenas. They're trying to get the Dallas Stadium. They're trying to get the Los Angeles Arena for this fight that they're trying to put together. So imagine what the ticket gross sales is. She didn't want to put her own money up. She found investors that decided to give her a pot. She didn't want to put no money up by herself. Layla Ali, that's Muhammad Ali's daughter. And she just told her so arrogantly, I don't even want your 15 million. She said, because I'm going to hurt you. She could be afraid. She could feel as though Claressa might have a shot with her. But let me tell y'all something. Layla Ali can fight. And she ain't never fought nobody. Excuse me, Claressa Shields ain't never fought nobody of her caliber. She said, yo, Dice, don't talk about my friend Dice. She may beat her. Just like my hair may grow back. Just like the hair in the center of my head may grow back. You know what? Just because Hazel Eyes said that, I'm going to be skeptical. I'm going to be optimistic. You know what? I'm going to grow my hair back in the middle of my head. Get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't happening. Like Super said, she is still in tip-top shape. And see, Claressa, my man Club said, I can't see that even though Layla ducked another fight. See, Claressa, she's smoking that za. She's smoking that za. She around Papoose smoking that za. And if you pay attention to her whole conversation, she has a speech impediment. She's suffering from the same thing that every boxer suffers from. A speech impediment because her head has been hit too many times. Huh? Now, if you listen to Layla Ali, she don't talk like that. She talk just like me and you. Claressa Shields is, let me see how Claressa go. And then because she feels as though that number not money that came back. I got the $15 million. I got the $15 million. Why don't you want to fight me? If you think you can beat me, why don't you want to fight me? That's how Claressa Shields sounds. Claressa Shields sounds like my nigga Zab Judah. Shout out to Zab from East New York. She talks like she done took too many shots to the face and to the head, y'all. And that last fight that she had wasn't impressive to me, y'all. The last fight that Claressa Shields had was not impressive to me. And if you pay attention, the woman that was her ex-sparring partner, she would have won that fight if Claressa wouldn't have caught that right at the last round that knocked her out. Claressa was down in the cards. They said it. When she won that fight, they said she needed this knockout because she was behind in points. The girl that used to spar with her, that girl was whooping Claressa ass. I don't know if y'all act like y'all didn't see that fight. And that little Spanish woman or that Argentinian woman that Claressa just fought, let me explain something to you. That woman, first of all, Claressa is not a knockout artist. She wins by rounds and points. You heard me? And Claressa Shields, to me, is surrounding herself with the worst thing anybody can surround themselves with. And that's cockiness. Cockiness. You notice all the great boxers said that I'm Beth. I can't be beat. I can't be beat. Remember what happened with Mike Tyson, right? Buster Douglas beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. Knocked his mouthpiece out of his mouth. Lennox Lewis beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield, he was beating Mike so bad, Mike bit that nigga ear. You know why? Because Mike Tyson is a brawler. See, there are brawlers and then there are boxers. Mike Tyson is a brawler. Evander Holyfield is a boxer. Pacquiao is a boxer. Zab Judah is a boxer. The great Mark Breland is a boxer. Bernard Hopkins is a boxer. These are people that intricately master the art of boxing. There are people like David Tua, a brawler. Mitch Green, a brawler. What's my man name from Far Rockaway? These are brawlers. They're just in the profession of boxing. That's a fact. It's always going to be Mike Tyson. He should get a statue in Brooklyn. But he got the shit beat out of him. Yeah, that's a fact. When Buster Douglas whipped Mike Tyson didn't lose that fight because Buster Douglas was a better fighter. Mike Tyson lost that fight because he was cocky. Mike Tyson lost that fight because when he was supposed to be in the room training, when he was supposed to be getting enough sleep, he was in Bentleys. Allegedly fucking with a whole group of women. Allegedly fucking with that booger sugar. And when he got in that ring, his arrogance led him to get knocked the fuck out in front of everyone. Oh, that's the fact, Claude. Lennox Lewis is one of the most underrated boxers ever. He said, yo, Dice, we can't front on Mike. He is a boxer, full-fledged. His techniques are studied to this day. It's just that he wasn't in the condition as certain others. So if it went past the third round, yeah, because he wanted that booger sugar. He wanted to fuck with that goddamn candy. That goddamn booger sugar. And he couldn't stay out of women when he was supposed to be getting his rest and building up endurance. You know why he said Buster Douglas, that fight was a fluke. Well, that shit wasn't. You better not get in the ring and fight nobody that just buried his mother. Buster Douglas wasn't fighting Mike Tyson that night because of him. Buster Douglas was fighting that night because he wanted to make his moms proud that he just buried. You don't fight no nigga that just buried his mother. Floyd Mayweather, to me, East New York, said, I've never been a Floyd Mayweather fan. My man knocked Floyd Mayweather out. My man knocked Floyd Mayweather out. And they robbed him. Zab Judah, June motherfucking 6 in Vegas. I think it was 96. Zab beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather. And you know why I don't respect Floyd Mayweather? Because the last fight he was supposed to have that made Floyd Mayweather 50-0. The last fight he was supposed to have, he was supposed to give that shot to Zab Judah. And at the last minute, he backed out. I don't respect that shit, y'all. For real. Word.
Party. You ain't never smoked with me, never stamped the dope with me, never shot a nigga long range through the scope with me, fucked 100 bricks up and went broke with me, shared the same sneakers or the same coat with me. You ain't never grind with me, never did no time with me, eating Jack Mac and tuna fish off the ride with me, mask down, kicking niggas' doors, slide with me, death before dishonor, you ain't joined a mob with me, wasn't in the hood with me, no. You ain't play the back block and bust a jug with me. You ain't clean the ratchet off and load the clip with me. You ain't ride uptown and cop got no drip with me. When niggas came busting, you ain't bust back with me. My first 50,000, you ain't touch that with me. Them 12 skinnies, you ain't sling those with me. Them late night murders, you ain't seen those with me. While you was up early getting ready for your class, we was lighting candles up and burning all the bags. You was on your way to school, we was on the ass, beating up a junkie cause he stole a nigga's stash. Product of my gutter, bitch, I'm really from the trenches. Them 12 skinnies, when I stuff them, look like ditches. Ain't worried about no static, we not ducking any tension. Somebody ever try me, then somebody getting injured. Hardy, you ain't never smoked with me, never.
She got a point too. She got a point. Because it is old school throwback Thursday, and I had something lined up. I just didn't play it for y'all. But I thought about this song, and this is one of the songs we need to pay attention to. Where was y'all at when this came out? We need to go back to that motherfucking era. What you mean you want to smoke? You ain't got no money? Remember the song said, I got 5 on it, but if you got 4, you can keep. I got 5 on it. East New York and the net talking about, we would never think that thong. We would never think that thong. I bet y'all was singing Scrub, though. I bet y'all was singing Scrub. Yo, you know what? I saw this on Instagram the other day, right? I saw this on Instagram, right? I saw this on Instagram. This question goes to 7 Annette in East New York. And if y'all don't answer this question, y'all all getting 10 seconds. Huh? Huh? How come a nigga gotta have a bunch of money to sleep with a chick that ain't got no money? How come if I got $3 and you got $3, you feel as though y'all vaginas is worth so much money? See, I'm from the era, excuse my language, I'm going to say this correctly. Good penis is hard to come by, ladies. Yeah. Yep. Good penis is hard to come by. Because women be saying, oh, you want this, you're gonna have to pay for this. You gotta pay for this. This my stuff. This my stuff. She said no scrubs, but pigeons sold more than scrubs. Do y'all remember that? Huh? You see what 7 said? I ain't never had that problem, Dice. I kept the bag. See, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna get you motherfuckers tonight. Yeah, I got a trick for you motherfuckers tonight. I don't give a fuck. Y'all said y'all want Big Dice. Big Dice is here. Yo, Super, we about to get their ass. I knew he was gonna say something. Exact. We got their ass tonight. Yeah, we got y'all motherfuckers tonight. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no hoes bars. Let's go to something. Let's talk about this. Ladies and gentlemen, how come a woman, let's say she's a millionaire, billionaire, 100,000-aire, a guy walked up to her in the street. Yo, how you doing? Hey, mom. How you doing today? You're looking beautiful. What's your name? Is there any way that I can get to know you a little better? How come the first thing comes out of a woman's mouth is what you do for a living? What the fuck do that got to do with me wanting to get to know you? Why does that question, yo, talk to me for a minute, club. Why do your women, what you do for a living, where you work at? Huh? Huh? I've never known no guy to be like, hey, miss, I'm interested in you. Or a woman to be like, how you doing? And we are interested in y'all. I don't remember no dude saying, where you work at? How come a man, just being straight up, y'all, how come a man will do everything to bring a woman up because she can be dead broke. She could be a woman of the night. She could be promiscuous. But if that man is interested in her, he will overlook all of that just to try to comfort her and get to know her. How come y'all women don't do that? Huh? My man Super said, Dice, it's way more worse now than when I was running wild. He said, these broads reject dudes. The trees on the Thames don't even have leaves. East New York said, the women do not talk to men on the street. Why they don't? Oh, see, well, let me explain it to you. I've had women walk up to me. I'm not going to lie to you. That's on Sharon McLeod. This is something that's always happened. Yep, fucked up eye and all that. I've had women walk up. Yo, let me tell you something what I've heard one time. And this shit made me so, you see what Seven said? She said, I only mess with hustlers and drug dealers. My man was always my partner. Plus, I kept a legitimate job. See, because that was the ghetto relationship 101 back in the days. That was ghetto relationship 101. You gonna have a job, I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna get the car, it's gonna be in your name. I'm gonna get the apartment, it's gonna be in your name. This was ghetto 101. Remember that? We completed each other. But you wanna know what I wanna know? How come it really seems like if a man is not at a certain expectation that a woman expects him to have, he's not considered as someone they would be with. Seriously. My man Club said, yo, that's a very good motherfucking question, Dice. With a couple of answers. Because all jokes aside, men, they will see a woman and instantly be like, oh man, I want to get to know shorty. Like, what's up with her? We don't be wanting to know we want to know one thing. Do you got a man? And some niggas don't even give a fuck if you got a man. But us, yo, you got a man? That's really the most important question. My man Ty said, yo, I've never lived off a woman. Me neither. But I'm going to keep it funky with you. I've had women, let me tell you what was one of the most uncomfortable things that was ever said to me. That's why I feel bad. Because the times when we would see women, hey, ma, come in, ma, that thing looking fat. Oh, let me help. Back in the days, stand on the corner, chick coming through, Guess jeans, tight Levi's, Reeboks 5411. Shorty got a bubble. Yo, ma, come over here with that. A woman told me one day, in 2014, I was working for a company named Smithfield. On my mother's grave, a woman walked up on me and she said, Dice, can I tell you something? I've been always wanting to tell you this. I'm like, what the fuck do you want to tell me, yo? Because, I was always joking and stuff like that. You know me, I always try to make somebody laugh. She's like, nah, Dice, I got to tell you something. I got to tell you something that's on my mind. I said, what's that? Yo, Super. This shit made me feel so uncomfortable as a man. The woman looked me dead in my eyes and said, yo, Dice, by the way you walk, I know you know how to fuck. And I never felt so motherfucking weird like that in my life. I don't know if it's just me. That shit made me feel weird like a motherfucker, yo. She said to me, Dice, I was telling such and such and such and such, I just love the way you walk. I'm like, what? She said, by the way you walk, nigga, this is her exact words. She didn't hold the shit back. You can fuck, nigga. Yes, L'Oreal. A woman walked up on me that I used to work with. We didn't have any relations or dealt together, nothing like that. She just walked up on me one day and she was just a free spirit. She said, yo, Dice, I was talking to such and such and such and such. I just love the way you walk. I know you can fuck. And I didn't know whether to take that as a compliment or disrespectful. I swear to God, see, Seven laughing. She said the way a nigga walk and the way he dance, we can tell. And you want to hear some funny shit? When it came to that reggae shit back in the days, I was the one. Oh, life is what you make it. Oh, darling, my dear, life and make it. Remember that song? Ragamuffin, love, no give me no ragamuffin. That was my shit. Some will call us pirates, illegal protesters, just because we play what the people want. I was in clubs when them songs was out. When that nigga Shabba Ranks came to the town, I did have dreadlocks, super. And I cut them shits because I was mistaken for somebody from Jamaica. And I was scared to death that night. I was in Biltmore Ballroom. West Indian dude walked up to me, pulled his gun out. Another West Indian dude walked up with him, pulled his gun out, and was trying to push me towards the back exit in Biltmore Ballroom. Shout out to my homegirl Stephanie and my homegirl Valerie. If it wasn't for Stephanie and Valerie trying to tell these men that I wasn't some dude from Jamaica, they looked at me and told me that I was some dude named Beanie from Yard, because I've always talked patois fluently. I'm in a club. If I'm not mistaken, it was we had two, it was Stereosonic and Spectrum. That was two motherfucking like young crews from Brooklyn, and they was playing alongside, what the fuck was it was Stereosonic, Spectrum, and they was open for Soul Supreme. They was opening up for a set called Soul Supreme. Yo, all jokes aside, y'all, I'm in there talking patois. Wow, baby, it's enough. Just like a dread. When them niggas pull them guns out, I say, yo, what the fuck is going on? The nigga said, shut your mouth now. Long time and I see you, man, blow your blood. I said, what? Ain't no blow your blood clad nothing. I am Damon McLeod. I'm Sharon McLeod's son. I go to Boys and Girls High School. If it wasn't for my homegirl Stephanie and my homegirl Valerie, I'd have died that night. Yo, super. Them niggas said, pussy boy, you know me a long time and I see you since yard. I said, yard? Nigga, the only yard I was in was my grandmother's yard. In the backyard of 170 Utica Avenue. I'm not from no fucking Jamaica. Yo, dog. Niggas scared the I'm talking about some disrespectful dreads. I'm talking about, you know them disrespectful dreads. Hey, boy, that's some blood clot. Come. Yo, niggas is pushing me. And I don't know what's going on. Yo, we're in a party. Ain't nobody putting the lights on. And see, let me tell you something about them Jamaicans. I've been around a bunch of blood clot, rude boy them, some blood clot. Them motherfuckers mind their goddamn business. If we would have been in an American club, they'd have put the lights on. Yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, son, what's going on? No. In Biltmore Ballroom, them people watch them niggas just trying to push me to the back exit. Ain't nobody say, hey, stop. Why y'all doing that shit to them? Listen to me, y'all. I'm shaking like a stripper. I'm scared to death. All that big dice shit has went out the window. I am trying to plead with this one dread. I'm going, yo, I'm talking to him like this now. I ain't talking patois no more. I'm like, yo, I'm not from no fucking Jamaica. It's that boy, liar, tell a blood clot. Shut up now. If it wasn't for my homegirl, Stephanie, and my homegirl, Valerie. Yo, you want to hear some funny shit? Yo, super, I've told this story so many times. I don't even know if you remember this. If I tell you this, you think I'm joking. I used to watch Louis Rankin smoke crack. Yo, I swear to God. Yo, I'm sorry, East New York. I'm talking about when reggae was reggae. I'm talking about when real Jamaicans was in the street. I ain't talking about these fake new West Indians. I ain't talking about them niggas. See, the West Indians today, they are so polite and respectful. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about dirty blood clot, dread them. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. I tell anybody that shit. I was scared to death that night. But if it wasn't for Val and Stephanie, I might not be here right now, y'all. Because they kept telling me I was some dude named Beanie. They kept saying, all I know is the dude kept saying, Arima dog, man, look for your son's yard, you know. Bumbleclad, we have a Rima dog. I'm like this. I don't know nothing about no Rima dog. See, I didn't know nothing about the politics of the West Indian culture. Because like in America, we have the Bloods and the Crips. In Jamaica, they had something called Rima dog, and they had a sound called Junglist. Thank you, Seven. Rima dog and a sound called, and a crew called Junglist. Nah, these niggas was different, y'all. That's why, yo, let me tell you something. You want to hear, yo, you really want to hear who taught me how to behave myself? West Indians. Yep. City boy, I see you. If you really want to know who instilled fear in my heart, Americans didn't do that to me. West Indians did. Them West Indians that I grew up with in the 80s, oh, them niggas was disrespectful. Yo, I never forget Mikey Dredd, God bless his soul. We on Schenectady and Sterling. Police pull up telling them niggas to stop playing the music so loud because they had a record store. See, a lot of y'all know him as Babyface, the selector for IDs, but I'm talking about when the real selector for King IDs, a man by the name of Donnie Bloodclad Dredd. I'm talking about Father E10 and them. I'm from that era. I'm talking about Donnie Dredd right in the middle of the street. All these niggas chatting. Super Cat, Dirks Man, Junior Cat, a white boy by the name of Dominique, Louis Rankin. Yo, I used to watch Louis Rankin, that same nigga that y'all see in Belly that gave DMX all that heroin. I used to watch him smoke Woolers. See, that's when I knew them Jamaicans was disrespectful. That's when I knew them Jamaicans was nothing to play with. Because if an American was smoking a Wooler or smoking crack, they'd be like, oh boy, Musa Bloodclad, come up now, Bumbleclad, crackhead boy, that's a Bumbleclad. But one of them rude goddamn Jamaicans smoke crack, niggas would just be like this. Yo, I wouldn't lie on that man like that, Super. That nigga used to, yo, listen to me. See, I don't think y'all really understand. The Jamaicans I knew, they weren't like crackheads, like you see crackheads running around trying to scrounge up for money, because back in the days, they had trays, 2 for $5s and shit like that. No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these West Indian niggas, they would come with bags of crack. I'm talking about they like nowadays, we have a personal bag of weed, like a 7 or 10, half an ounce, go to the party. Listen to me. These niggas would come to the party with a bag of crack and a bag of weed. These niggas would go to Funland and pull their crack out and pull their weed out and take a Philly. That's why we never smoke Philly cigars. They would take a Philly, dump the Philly out. Listen to me. I'm talking about lamb spread, chocolate tie, real skunk, stinky Bloodclad weed. I watch niggas take the best of crack. I'm talking about real crack, shit looking like tan shit, oil drop shit. I would watch them niggas take their ratchet knife. It was a brown wooden knife called a ratchet knife, where they would pull them shits apart like that. Yo, them niggas would break up big stones of crack and place them simultaneously lined up with good weed. Them niggas roll up weed and just light their split. I'm talking about big tunes back in the days. Jaja, give me true love. Hi. Niggas listening to Ecomouse. Jaja, give me true love. Me need not search no more. And the reason why that song sticks out in my head, it was a dude by the name of Banner T, may he rest in peace. And he was the nigga in the game room that was always selling the weed. So we're in the game room one night playing Mr. Do. And Banner T, he was running his mouth. A Bloodclad boy, I'll come up in the place. I'm going to smoke Bloodclad crack. And with my yard, I'm going to die. Tired next morning, I'll come up in there and smoke some crack. Now I'll pull out my Bloodclad gun. That nigga Devon walked up in that motherfucker. That nigga pull that crack and that weed out. That nigga Vanity ain't say shit. That nigga Devon, rest in peace. That nigga used to roll up cocaine and crack and dare niggas to talk about. Y'all wish you would tell Devon, yo, the shit stink. Put that shit out. That nigga was known for shooting niggas over shit like that. That's a fact, dog. A 3-star ratchet knife. Wood and steel. All the Jamaicans had them shits. And me, I remember I used to try to open the shit because you had to pull up, like it was a ring on that shit. You had to pull the shit up to get the knife out. And I never bought one of them because they were selling them everywhere. I never bought one of them shits because it was hard for me to open that shit up. I done seen dread niggas pop that shit with their finger on the top of that shit and they just pop that shit and that motherfucking knife comes straight out. So niggas can't tell me about the tough niggas because I was around the worst of the worst. And that's why I don't even be thinking I'm American. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It seemed like after Demencio left, I didn't have faith in Americans no more. I ain't gonna get into the story. I'm just saying, like the niggas that I watched grow up, I admired growing up, like for the supposed to be the big niggas like the Lou Hobbs, you know what I'm saying, and the Puttios and the niggas that we looked at like the forefront pioneers, the Johnny Greenleys, the Trevs. When that shit happened to Demencio, I ain't trust Americans no more. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not trust Americans anymore after, unfortunately, when Demencio left here. That death made me go straight to the West Indians. Because when I was around the dreads back in the days, the love, like niggas be like, yo, stop fucking with them dread niggas, them niggas gonna kill you. They ain't gonna kill me. Because as long as you're loyal to a real dread, a real Rasta, yo, them niggas gonna love you and protect you, yo. I used to be in the house with Miss Lucky watching her cook oxtail. Nice, not going nowhere. Now I'll fix you a plate. Y'all ever put some meat on your body? I'm talking about, I used to watch Miss Lucky cook rice and peas, stew fish, red snapper, you know what I'm saying? Oxtail, jerk chicken, curry goat, curry pork. These people pull me and they pull me in their culture. They used to call me Hercules because I was young and I was big. I'm talking about the Don. Crichton called me that. He gave me that name. Hercules. That's your name from now on. I call you Hercules. Y'all big. Y'all bomber cloud big. Y'all be a soldier. I still remember him telling me shit like that because my best friends was Michael and Mitchell Pollard. And the Dons of Schenectady and Sterling was a dude, my man, by the name of Barry. Eric Vasco. He did 33 years in the feds, came home and they dipped him. See, I would have never, I guess, because my best friends, ironically, they're sisters. Michael and Mitchell was twins. They got older sisters that was twins. One named Mitris, no, they're not twins. They're a couple of years, like a year apart, but they looked so much. One was just brown skin, one was light skin. Mitris was light skin and Willette was dark skin. Now check this out. Barry, he had a baby with the oldest sister. Her name was Mitris. They had a little daughter named Erica. Beautiful little girl. First time I seen a black child with crystal gray eyes because Barry's mother is from England and she was white. And his father, the dread, the Don, Big Crichton, he had a baby with their other sister named Willette. They had a daughter by the name of Yanisha. So when I was in Miss Pollard and them house over the weekends, you know how much times I seen these niggas busting down coke? I'm talking about barrels full of coke. I seen these niggas loading up barrels. It was this thing called DHL back in the days. Barry had so much money. The niggas from DHL, it was a yellow truck with DHL and red letters. These niggas was coming to my man crib and picking up barrels of cocaine, barrels of drugs and money and guns. And them shits was going to Jamaica because them guns and that money was the that was for the war that was going on in Jamaica. What is it called? PNP, JLP, Jamaican Liberation Party, and PNP. I forgot what it was. Michael Lang, like listen to me. I was with the dons of that shit. See, a lot of people don't understand that war from Jamaica, that Rima Dog Junglist, that blood crip, that shit came from Jamaica all the way to Brooklyn, all the way. That shit, yo, listen to me. When them dreads came to motherfucking New York City, everybody wanted to be a Jamaican. The minute I got cool with the Jamaicans, I made my mother go buy me a pair of Travel Fox. I never forget that shit. I want a pair of Travel Fox. My mom said, what? You want what? I said, I want a pair of Travel Fox. She said, where they selling that? You could only buy them from a store called Cats on Rutland and 93rd. Once I got them damn Travel Fox, I was Jamaican. Once I got them Travel Fox, I was no longer American. I said, fuck America. I don't want to be with y'all niggas no more, because y'all niggas be lining niggas the fuck up. See, the difference between the Americans and the Jamaicans I was around, the Americans I was around, they were so envious of each other. Eventually, they plotted on each other, told on each other, and killed each other. The Jamaicans I was around, they didn't plot on each other. They plotted on other Jamaicans. This is facts. They never warred with each other. They warred with other Jamaicans. Like Schenectady and Sterling was warring with Rogers Avenue. And Father Eaton, he moved to New Lots. He moved to New Lots in Sheffield. He had a store out there called the International Cuisine. It was on New Lots in Sheffield. Rest in peace to my nigga Spleen daughter. My nigga Spleen daughter got killed when they ran up in there. Like, these niggas, let me tell you something about Jamaicans. They don't give a fuck if the police is outside. They don't give a fuck if it's nighttime or dark time. Them niggas want to kill you. They coming to kill you. Like I was telling y'all, I remember when niggas used to slap Babyface up. Now see, Babyface, it was Danny Dredd. He was the original selector of King Ideas. That was the sound that Barry had. King Ideas. Like King Ideas meant like you don't gotta be on point. Like in the army, like attention, at ease. Like they would tell you at ease. Like now, when you say at ease, like attention, at ease. King Ideas. They was telling you like, these niggas was so motherfucking powerful, everybody around, they ain't have to worry about nothing. It was like King Ideas, you know what I'm saying? But Danny Dredd, he got old. But he trained two people, one named Courtney Melody, and the other one was named Babyface. Y'all call him Lionheart now. And he's not from Jamaica. He's from Trinidad. Babyface is not from Jamaica. He's from Trinidad. I used to watch them niggas chase him up and down Schenectady, just putting them through the ranks, like, you know, making them tough. See, back in the days, one thing about them Jamaicans, if they catch you cutting school, they're going to beat you with a stick. It was very, 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 very strong on education. If they caught you out of school, them niggas would beat you with sticks. Or them niggas would take their belts off and beat you. Get caught playing hooky on Schenectady and Sterling. And they're going to whoop you. They always say, y'all, for go to school, Mario, education, the most important thing ever. They taught me that. And they also taught me a little bit of that ruthlessness that was in, like, don't get it twisted. I'm engulfed with some American ruthlessness, but them Jamaicans taught me how to be vicious. I remember, well, I'm gonna tell you a story. Dude wound up breaking into the spot. They stripped this nigga down butt naked and got all of us off the block. Me and a few of my mans, because we was young and coming up and we wanted to be in the street. I never seen no shit like this. I can still remember this shit crystal clear. I remember they took us in this apartment and they was beating the nigga. They had beat the nigga for like the whole day. They had the nigga in the apartment, ass naked, just whipping him out. And them niggas took these big silver pots and filled them shits up with water and boiled them shits. And they paid this crackhead. Her name was Candy, a Spanish lady. They paid this crackhead to come in the spot and give the nigga head. They made us all watch this shit. Yo, they took that motherfucking, them pots of water, and put them shits in the middle of the floor of the living room. They had a dog by the name of Matilda. It was a pit bull by the name of Matilda. They had Matilda on one side of the room snarling, trying to get at this nigga. They made Candy give this nigga oral, and they dipped that nigga dick first into that hot water that they was boiling on that stove. Yo, listen to me. I've never heard a person scream like that. Okay, I'm gonna say it to you again. These niggas wound up beating the nigga. They got him in the house all day, whipping him out. They go get a crackhead. They pay her to give the nigga oral sex so he can be hard. And then they dip that nigga dick first into hot water with these big ass pots that they had on a stove. Nah, that's crazy, y'all. And I never forget the dread looking at us saying, yo, if you steal from us, this gonna happen to you. Steal? Shit, not me. If you steal from us, this gonna happen to you. And they made it seem like that shit was just a normal to them. You dig what I'm saying? So maybe that's why, make a long story short, I'm so different when it comes to certain things. Because I know consequences can be severe. 7, get you some rest, girl. She said, love y'all. I gotta be up early in the morning. Good night. Make sure you get you some rest. I'm about to shut it down because we're at the 2-hour mark. I just came to give y'all some work because I've noticed that the trolls, they're trying to take over. They're trying to take over, y'all. They're trying to take over. The trolls are trying to take over. But you want to hear something funny? This is the first time I did not get upset from the trolls. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is the first time I never, ever got upset from the trolls. I can't get mad. I just can't get mad. I'm so proud of myself because I didn't get upset. I didn't get upset. And I think if I could work on it like that, I think I might have this thing under control. Seriously. And like I said, for the people that have always been supportive and held me down, I'm going to go harder just for y'all. I'm going to go super harder for the haters. Because like I said, when I saw people saying, why did he come back? Oh, man, I thought he was going to retire. It's fucked up. I overlooked all y'all great people that was telling me that. But I heard it crystal clear when I seen the haters put it in the chat. It got to be something of importance about me that have these people fearful. And that's sad because I want everybody to motherfucking win. Even if you on some troll shit, if you got a troll crowd and that's your mindset and reality, you'll win, my nigga or my sister. If that's what you got to do for your validation or your self-gratification, go ahead and do that shit. Just keep all that shit the fuck away from me. That's all I ask. Word up, that's all. That's all. But to everybody else, stay solid, y'all. Like my man Wader Black said, y'all already know the vibes. He got a plan for all of us, y'all. Salute.
So I got my nigga Wade out black. I can fuck this shit up.
Morning, man. Rest in peace to me. Rest in peace, my way. Yo. Got my niggas in cages like fucking animals, man. Free my orders.
Red pill, blue pill, so hard to give it up. I'll be in the box until I die before I give you up. God's plan to my people when the slaves. My whole housewife, they put me in a cage. I done sniffed so much coke, I can't give it up. I done drank too much lean, I can't give it up. I done fucked all that pussy, I can give it up. I chase money every day, I never give it up.
Free my streets. Free Psych Bite. You been here a long time, cuz. I'm free. I watch family. Turn on family. And I watch strangers. Love me more.
6 niggas, 6 minutes. I'm in the shit until the shit finish. Big crip, new whip, you see the rim spinning. My team spinning, my little cousin Big Bremen. Yeah, mad that I'm a G and my wrist slitty. Play me next pick, I might have your bitch with me. I was told never snitch, should've followed me. Niggas switch up, pop shit and give apologies. Perky at the perky, thick bitch sit on top of me. Birdie at the birdie on the block, this monopoly. I'll pull his birdie in the desert, niggas flocking me. Honey pack, Henny bitch, trust me, ain't no stopping me. I got dreams of dead people on top of me. Shoot mine, shoot two of yours, that's philosophy. Little nigga, big chain, riding in a stocky V. Box like Apollo, motherfucker, ain't no rocking me.
God got a plan for me.
Where's that?
For me. I know God got a plan for me. For me.
I ain't never going back.
God got a plan for
Fuck
me.
jail. Fuck jail. My niggas ain't free the guys, but I don't want to see you again. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had a good nigga's praise.
He's been waiting.
For my fallen.
Gave us the power. Nothing's moments
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop
God
Smoke.
got a
Rest in
plan
peace,
for
Hayes.
me.
Rest in peace, Shout
Yes,
Out.
he does. I know
Rest in peace,
God.
Primas.
I know God got a plan.
Freelance. Feel my orders. Bang, bang, bang. No, I know.